Okay, so you see the logo? You see the logo? Okay, so a couple of days ago I made a video, and in the video I told the copper color people, the real indigenous one, or the so-called black people, to look at their birth certificate and see if their birth certificate says blacks, Negroes, African American, colored, or nothing, right? And if your birth certificate carries any one of those things I just called off, then the United States government committed fraud against you. That's called misrepresentation of your identity or of your true identity, because we are the indigenous people, right? So they did that so they can govern you, right? They did that so they can govern you, which is fraud. You have a lawsuit against them for doing that. Now, I want you to listen to me, because you have to go on Google or go online and look up this document. It's called UNDRIP, UNDRIP. Let me spell it again. UNDRIP, right? Okay, it means United Nations Declarations Rights of Indigenous People, right? That's what that word means. Pull up that document. Go to Article 8, 9, and 10 in that document, right? So this document is real important, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because a lot of y'all still voting and doing dumb shit, right? Okay, so I don't care who it is: Barack Obama, Jasmine Crockett, Kamala Harris, Democrats, Republicans, House. I don't give a fuck who it is. You got to stop voting on this land, because you're giving up your freedom and your rights to fall under a government or so-called government that don't give a fuck about you. If you don't believe me, right? The United States is a foreign corporation from Great Britain. In 1848. In June 6, 1848, the Supreme Court of the United States ruled that the United States can never own this land, because this land belongs to the mound builders. Okay, North America belongs to the mound builders, aka Turtle Island. Okay, so if the land belongs to us, why are we going to vote for a government called the United States, or so-called government, right? So I want y'all to look up this. This is a Supreme Court case law. Barrows, Barrow versus Baltimore mayor and city council, right? The Supreme Court ruled that there's two types of people here on this land. Okay, one is the American people, or the American Indians, which is us. The next one is the United States citizen. Okay, and it explains to you that the United States citizens have no rights on this land. The United States have no rights on this land, because this land belongs to the indigenous people. Okay, so if this land belongs to the indigenous people and the United States have no rights here, why is Jasmine Crockett, Barack Obama, Roland Martin, D.L. Hughley, and all these other motherfuckers telling you to go vote for the United States? Why? Why? And why are you getting your stupid hammer-headed ass up to go vote for these motherfuckers? You already free. If Jasmine Crockett, D.L. Hughley, Barack Obama, Stacey Abrams, Jasmine Crockett, all the Democrats, all these motherfuckers, if they want to see you free, all they got to do is call you indigenous. All they got to tell you is your true identity is the indigenous people. You own the land. Okay, so let me help y'all out. Okay, so if you look on back of the dollar bill, there's two governments there. The one to the left is the pyramid. That's the Morocco government. That's our government. Our government has a constitution called the Magna Carta. When you vote for the United States, you go under their constitution, right? So you fall under their jurisdiction, which means that you don't have any rights. That's why they take away your kids. That's why they kick you out your own house on your own fucking land and make you buy water and pay for power on your own fucking land. Because your goofy ass too fucking dumb to understand that you don't belong there. You don't belong there. That's why the police always pulling you over and giving you tickets. Because you keep going and voting for these motherfuckers to tell you you need a driver's license to travel on your own fucking land. You need a driver's license to travel on your own fucking land. Now, I'm going to ask a question, right? Has anybody ever heard any of these other countries giving out speeding tickets in their land? Because Germany got something called the Autobahn, right? And it's a big freeway, and people drive like almost 200 miles an hour on every day. So why don't they get tickets? Why is speeding tickets only here in our country? Because we keep voting for these dumb motherfuckers to treat us like that and tell us what to do on our own land and how to drive and how to maneuver on our own land. Because we don't fucking get it. Bill Gates said it best. Bill Gates said black people are naive and stupid, right? Because we don't pay attention to shit. They use Jasmine Crockett. They use Barack Obama. They use Jesse Jackson. They use the NAACP. They use all these people to help hide our identity. And every day y'all love these people. Y'all still go here and fight for these people. These people don't give a shit about you. If these people care about you, well, tell them call you by your true identity. Tell them call you indigenous. And you ain't got to worry about voting. And you ain't got to worry about going down to the DMV to get a driver's license. You ain't got to worry about going to renew tags. You ain't got to worry about renew registration. Because you own the land. You own the land. So when you go to vote for the United States, you give up your rights. You give up all your rights. And that's why you're being treated the way you are. Because y'all so far up Jasmine Crockett ass can't see that Jasmine Crockett is the clown face for this system. Jasmine Crockett is the crown face for this system. All these black folks that's running and telling y'all to go vote like Stacey Abrams and stuff like that, you're giving up your rights. If these people mean you any good, they can tell you that you are the indigenous one and you own the land. That's how you fight for people's rights. You tell them the truth. They know you're not black. They know you're not Negro. They know you're not colored. They know you're not African American, right? Because even the African Americans don't call themselves Africans. They call themselves Ghanaians, Haitians, Jamaicans. They don't call themselves African. So how we get the title? And to prove that we are not African American, if you're paying attention, like all these other countries are kicking the United States or so-called United States people and the American Indians off their land. Because if you take your black ass down to Ghana, they're going to kick your ass right back out there. That tells you you're not African American. And the Africans that live over there don't call themselves African American. So how we get the title? How did we get the title? And the system that you think is in place to better you or help you is not there to help you. I don't care who they put in front of you. They're there to help control your black ass and help to keep you away from your American sovereignty and your rights to live as you want to live. That's why you're paying for mortgages. That's why you're paying for power bill, water, cars and stuff like that, because you done gave up your rights to live free. You don't believe me? Do some homework. Okay, here we go.